greens. I don't know if it's actually working. There's a lot of wind. So I did open the window back here and open the door, so maybe we don't get as much of the bang. Okay, so I can't read. We're in the garden today. That's fun too. Yes. Let's see. I thought I'd just take you guys to my favorite grocery store. So we're in the greenhouse. Sorry, I'm going to be doing a lot of this. Trish Keen is in the house. Jovita, hi. Let's see. Robertson's Belly Acres. So Rachel is taking us along with her live from the greenhouse this morning. So there's Rusty. He's at work today, so I'm without my co-pilot. So that's why I decided not to cook. I wanted to sit down and be able to read what you guys are saying, but also give you guys a tour of the greenhouse and what's coming up and what's going on. Katie, Texas 57 is in the house. Hello, hello. Good morning, baby. He says, good morning, Rachel. Let's see. Evelyn Newman is in the house. James Hall. Woo, woo. Treasure Hunter Neil is in the house. Somebody said Rachel needs to take lessons on saying in the house from Rusty. And I think I get a little more excited on the, not excited, but I'm a little more emphatic, I guess, on the other channel where I'm in the house. I guess it's just a little too early. I don't know. James says, good morning, Rusty and Rachel. Jovita's sharing links. Thank you so much. Pat Montgomery is in the house. Neil, I hope you are feeling better. Oh my goodness. What a nasty fall. I am so sorry that happened. James says, I'm cooking what, bacon? I'm cooking bacon and eggs. Yum, James. I have not even had breakfast yet. So I'm just, we're hanging out here. Troy Sutton is in the house. Good morning. Sorry, this is the only place I have to read that I could read comments. So I'm having to kind of be up close and personal. Ooh, and it's warm in here. It is. Well, I opened the door and the windows, but it is still, it's like 70 degrees right now. Neil says, I'm doing better. Can't walk much still. Goodness, Neil. I can imagine not. That's awful. Any fall is awful, but when you actually break bones, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. Pat Montgomery says, good morning to Evelyn. James Hall says, well, come on, I'll feed you. Yay, James, I'll be right over. Like I said, this is one of my favorite grocery stores that I love to frequent. I frequent it daily. While it's cool outside, it's been so nice. You guys, we are trying something new this year. We're going to try to grow in the greenhouse. Rachel, are you going to give us a tour? Yes. Praying for a speedy recovery for Neil. Yes, absolutely. I am, and I've got stuff that's actually coming up. I came out this morning to water, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got my first babies. Good morning, everyone on my phone. Can't tag. So Rusty is at work, so he is watching from his office work. So if he'll be in and out, he'll kind of be in and out there. Hey, Johnny Cat, those are not your litter boxes, buddy. He's like, oh, you opened the door, I can go in. Thank you, Trish, and good morning. That's what Neil said. So yeah, let's talk about this greenhouse. If you guys have missed from the other one, I'm going to move you guys around a bit. Let's see. Sorry. So Rusty built some benches, and I've got a whole bunch of started. And then he built a smaller bench, a shorter bench for me and Mama, mainly for Mama because she is so much shorter than us, and this gives her a comfortable working space, and it gives us a space we can work out sitting down. So this gives me a good desk as well, because I do try to I'm keeping records, trying to keep as good a records as possible on what I'm growing and when to harvest. And I'll show you guys that too. Oh, my sister's in here. Frog says, hi, Sissy, from Mom and I. Oh, that's my sister Sandy, and Mama, you guys. So Frog is Mama and Sissy. And Mama is still in Texas. She's going to be there for just a little while longer. I'm so jelly. Still house hunting. Oh, my goodness. Vicky Kopatz is in. Okay. Woohoo, 80 degrees here in South Texas today. I don't even know what it is outside. Maybe if Rusty's watching, he can kind of look and see. It's really nice. That's why I went ahead and opened the doors. No, now the kitty's going to be knocking you guys around. I'm sorry. He thinks as soon as the doors open, it's like, oh, invitation, because he gets this sunroom. He does not like the wind, but this is our big guy. Yeah, this is our Johnny cat. He's a good mouser. He is. He's gotten so big. If you follow us on Robertson's Belly Acres, you might have seen when we got him and Mimi. But good morning to all, Sandy says. That's my sissy. So anyway, let's do this tour, and then we can talk about what seeds I have and kind of some of the plans. Mama's staying here for spring break. She's gonna get wild on the beach, Jovita. Y'all need to find each other and get wild. So anyway, he built this taller bench. This shorter bench is more for Mama and for us to be able to sit. Like I said, it gives me a desk. We've kind of added some things on, like putting little baskets up that we can kind of keep seeds. We've got another one over here as well. And then I added, let's see if you can get, I added a ruler here because sometimes you need to be able to measure out pieces of string. Top shelf margaritas. Yeah, I'm in. Pieces of string or different things. So I have a ruler here, and then I have another ruler just so then that way we have for spacing and things like that if we need it. And then there I have Rusty hung those scissors there. You know, I don't know about you guys, but scissors are kind of like, they just disappear. It's just so crazy. So we did hang some scissors up so we always know where there's scissors. And then if you guys come around this way, we still have a lot of our tools in here because we are still building, but and it keeps it safe from the weather. I have a calendar that is hung up right over there. Let's see, where are we at? You guys can't see it because of the attempted strawberries that I'm trying to grow up here. I put some starts in here. I'm going to move them over. So I have a calendar over there. That's where I write down. I quit drinking 16 years ago, but I was a bartender. Bartender, and really had a good time. So that one I put down when I plant starts, when I should be looking for sprouts, and when we could possibly harvest. So that kind of gives me a good thing. I don't drink so much anymore either, you guys. I don't drink. How is it? I don't drink anymore either. I don't drink any less. I really do drink less. Shiloh Acre says, good morning. The greenhouse is looking fabulous. Thank you so much. And that one, like I said, the calendar. And then you guys, we put this on. These strings are holding up a tent. And so if the temperature were to drop in the 20s again, I really drink, never get drunk. That's right. Now that I have little babies growing, I can put this over them for extra protection. And then, let's see, I'll take you guys off of the tripod here in just a second. And then this is my, compost bin. And it's starting to get full. I have already added extra planks to it because not full, but it's actually getting stuff in it. I hope you guys can hear me with all this wind. It's crazy. But this is Oklahoma. So let's, I'm going to turn you guys around. I don't know if I can turn you guys around, but here we go. Okay. You guys, look, I'm so excited. I've got some lettuce coming up. I just sprinkled some lettuce in here and I hoped for the best, and I have some lettuce coming up. I have some tomatoes coming up, barely peeking in. These are my chives. They've overwintered probably 3 years now, so they're doing great. I don't have anything coming up there. I've got some oregano planted, some spinach, and then I had this idea to plant peas at the back of each of these tubs, and I'm going to run string down so that they can go up the string and trellis that way, just so I could go ahead and get peas in the ground, because I do not have anything worked out outside yet. There we've got peas in the back, and then the tomatoes, and then black seeded lettuce. And then here I've got Freckles lettuce. red cherry tomatoes, and peas. And some of this stuff I'll transplant, and some of this stuff I'm going to see if I can grow it in the, your spoons are growing really well. Thank you so much. Let's see. Glad you took us off the tripod. My tail end was starting to hurt, right? Shiloh Acres is in the house. Connie Hux is in the house. Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Happy growing. I can't wait to start my garden. Yes. So this is strawberries that have overwintered a couple of years, probably about 4 years now. And as you can see, the tub is getting very, very overcrowded. I'm going to have to take stuff out. Did you see start those spoons? I did. Aren't they great? I was like, I need a marker, Rusty. I said, do we have plasticware somewhere? So, fun fact I did not know. K62 is in the house. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I did not know in the commercial strawberries farms, they plow them under. So they only have them for one season and then they plow them under because they said they're susceptible to disease on that scale. So good morning, Karen. Karen Brest is in the in the greenhouse. So yeah, they are susceptible to disease in the large scale. And I don't know, guys, I've been growing these for 4 years. They'll do this. A lot of times I'll cover them with straw and then they just come back every year. Now I say that and they're, something's going to happen. But this is spearmint. Y'all, when I was cutting this spearmint back, it was dry and I was cutting it back and holy Hannah, cleared my sinuses. It was crazy. But I do have spearmint coming back up. These are Egyptian walking onions that, and obviously I didn't plant anything in those because those two tubs are pretty overgrown. And spearmint and strawberries, they take up all the space. They will crowd anything out. Johnny Cat's pointing it out for you. Knock on wood, really? Rachel, knock. Okay, I'm knocking on wood. Look. Oh. Here, Hovita, I'm knocking on wood. So these are Egyptian walking onions. So they create bulbs underneath and or seed them. And so you just use the greens on these. They continue to spread. They continue to grow. I've had these for about 3 years. Cindy over at Pathways Homestead gave me these. It's our culture, y'all. I know, right? Like knock on wood. Yeah. She gave me these and I've had them. I don't even know how they're still alive. I forgot about them. When we moved out here, I had unloaded all the tubs in the yard and somehow this one got put over there by the lean-to and it sat there all summer. By the time I found it, guys, the dirt was down to like here. It was like dried up as literally a puck. I was able to pull on the onions and it pulled this whole puck out. So I hurried up and got it into another pot and watered it and added more soil and fertilizer and they came back. So they're pretty resilient. I mean, I almost killed them. So I put some spinach up here. Spinach and onions do pair well. And then of course peas back there. This bucket is the bucket I was using for for soil. So this is what I've been using to pot plants and stuff. This actually had, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it had straw underneath. So when we originally planted these, we put straw on the bottom and then filled them with soil. And then that straw has just decomposed over the years. You can still see some straw in there and it makes for great compost underneath your potted plants. It's awesome. And then in here I have some English thyme that's coming back. And then some peas back there. I've got parsley and a couple of jalapenos planted up here. Johnny Cat. So I do have a lot of thyme. I mean, not in the literal sense, but I do have some more English thyme. Haha, she said pot plants. And then I've got some lemon thyme. No pot plants. And then let's look at our starts. So like I said, we have tools in here because we're still building. Oh, I missed these when I was watering. But I've got some cherry tomatoes, some Thai peppers. I got all the tomatoes and peppers started. Jungle parrot sweet peppers, Chinese giant sweet peppers, jalapenos, lots of jalapenos. I've got trays of tomatoes. I've got some, these are tomatillos. So, gigante verde tomatillo, giant green tomatillos. And then San Marzanos. I've got tons of San Marzanos because those are the tomatoes to can with. These are the atomic grape tomatoes. These are currant cherry tomatoes, and those are super steak tomatoes. And then I planted cilantro in this, tomatillos for green salsa, yes! And then some more black seeded lettuce in this. When I was watering it, you can see I kind of got them uncovered a little bit. Oh, also, Desi's been bitten by the bug. So she come home from school the other day, and she is in a science class where they grow hydroponic plants all winter. And it's really cool. They'll end up making salads and stuff like that from their greenhouse. Well, they were purging their seeds, and she said, "Mom, I brought you home some seeds." So she was so excited. And these, as you see here, it says, I don't know if you guys can see, it says Desi's. I had her plant her tomatoes that she brought home. So that'll be great for her to be able to see those from start to finish. And then you guys will come back and sorry. Oh, Rusty brought home some cardboard that we're just kind of putting on the ground because we didn't have time to put the chickens out here like we thought we were going to. And that did not happen, but that's okay. Let me grab. Tell me if I'm boring you guys and we can sit down and talk. Let's see. I have to have you guys close because I don't have glasses. And so I can't see. Yes, James, we all need more green. Yeah, we definitely need more green. Okay, here we go. All right. So these are my seed markers. They work great. Rachel, continue with the tour. Okay. So the neighborhood cats like to use my garden containers to nap in right on top of the plant. Oh, no. Yes, cats can be a pain in the butt. And the sad thing about that is catnip is it's a really good companion plant for it because it repels a lot of pests. But I'm so terrified to plant catnip in my garden because I'm like, I'm just going to call all the cats, to come and hang out. I'm saying this and Johnny Cat's little ears are down like, are you talking about me? So I'll have to show you guys the raised bed that Rusty just got done building. So we're building raised beds out of the lumber from the shed that was going to be Mama's house. We're building raised beds out of those, and it's coming out great. So I kind of keep track. Let's see. Here's my scribbles, you guys. I keep track of everything that, like when I start, I write it down in this book as well as on the calendar, but I put the date that I start them, what starts I started, and then the germ date, so the germination date, and then the harvest, however many days, not the date. And you guys, Siri, I don't want to say her name out loud because she'll interrupt our live to ask me what I want, but is great about, you can just ask her what date is it this many days from, like 55 days from today, and she'll tell you, and you don't have to go through your calendar and count the days. So that makes it really nice. But this was like my master plan of the seeds that I want. There's still a lot of seeds that I need to get or plants. I also want a medicinal garden, so I need to get some of those starts. I found some on Amazon where you can just get a whole packet. The only problem with that is some of the stuff I have no idea like what you use some of the stuff for. So I don't want to plant things that either won't grow well here or that I have in my garden and don't know. My seeds germinated in one day. Kim, that's awesome. That is great. So you guys know that I am, what is the word? Thrifty. That's the chic word, right? I was going to say chintzy. Same thing. So I do get a little chintzy about things, and we do like to repurpose things, and we have been blessed over the years. of almost always free seeds. Hello, Rachel, and hello, everyone else. Heard that is in the house. Hi, guys. We're in the greenhouse today. I wanted to bring you guys to one of my most favorite grocery stores. And we just did a tour. And we're going to go through seeds as well. But I've almost always gotten free seeds. Plants, I have to buy those for the most part. I have like Gary and Cindy one year just like overloaded us with starts, and that was awesome. Hello, everyone. Rachel, Sheila Tubbs is in the house. So, Sheila, we went to the post office the other day, and Sheila sent us winter onion sets. So she gave us instructions how to do them, how to plant them. I'm more conservative financial type. If I don't have to, I won't spend money, right? See, so I do believe these are kind of like Egyptian walking onions, right? So it's the greens. You harvest the greens from them. They came through. They are beautiful. So all I need to do now, ooh, and some of them are sprouting. It's great. Look, look, I love this. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Walter Job Jr. is in the house. Look at the little sprouts. That's exciting. So these will be kind of like the Egyptian walking onions where, and I'm pretty sure they are because they kind of look the same, or winter onions, and you will always have greens, you guys. That's the cool thing. But we got this sweet little note and these. Thank you so much, Sheila. That's so awesome. I'm so excited. Rusty got these out. Yes, you harvest the greens. Yes, so I have a whole pot of these sitting over there, and I'm going to get a whole bed of them. You guys, you can do so much with green onions. You can dehydrate them. You can grind them up, dehydrate and grind them up. You can freeze them. Or you can just let them grow in the plants, and then when you need them, just come and get them. I mean, once they start to sprout, like bloom, well, you want to keep them cut back before that during the like the spring and summer. I usually let them go ahead and bloom late summer or late fall. Let them go ahead and bloom and do their thing, and then they die back. But they come right back because let's see. Good morning. First time I have caught your Saturday morning live. So good to see you, Rachel. Hey, Cindy, welcome to the madness. We are actually in the greenhouse today instead of in the kitchen. I wanted to give you guys a tour, but see there, Sheila, those in the blue, those are the same onions. So I'm so excited. You can sell the seeds when you harvest the seeds. Yes. So that's a great idea. We've been exploring all different avenues of different things that we can sell at the farmers markets. And you guys, it is looking so promising this year. Yeah, we're in the greenhouse. Oh, so like I was saying about seeds or plants well, I was going to say a couple of years ago, they purged the greenhouse at Rusty's job, and he was able to bring home, they said, just throw them away. And Rusty brought home all these plants, and it was probably like June, and I planted so many tomatoes, harvested so many. I just saw that on my phone account. I wasn't subbed. I am now. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Carla Job is in the house. I'm so glad you subbed. Well, normally on Saturday mornings we are cooking in the kitchen, but I did want to do a greenhouse tour, and because this is where the food comes from. So, but anyway, Rusty's job purged all their seeds, and I have bought seeds at the dollar store for 25 cents. Jovita, good morning. Yes. So, I bought a lot from the dollar store, and like I said, Desi brought me some, and then I bought some from Atwoods. But also, you guys, good morning. Itsy Bitsy Dreams Ted's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Katie, Texas says, it's great to see you. Good morning to you. Laugh out loud. Can't get that song out of good morning to you. Rusty's job. Yes, absolutely, Jovita. Thank you. They purged their seeds. So some of these I have no idea if they will come up because they've been there for years. So Rusty works at a feed store. Seeds is not their priority. So some of that stuff was just kind of, it was just not gone through very often. But you guys, I have so many seeds. So if anybody needs some seeds for your garden, let me know. We need to start a seed box is what we need to do, because we got tons of seeds from a seed box one year on YouTube. But got some Rocky Ford cantaloupe. Like, you guys, there's, there's no way you can plant this many. But yeah, I'm gonna have a seed swap with a couple of my friends, and yeah, if you guys need some seeds, send me a address and tell me what you want, and I'll send you some seeds. So this is so cool, you guys. Look at this. This is, and I can't guarantee that any of it will sprout or germinate. I have no idea. Some of this stuff says like 2016. It may still sprout. I have never seen this before. I have to take this back inside. But this is cucumber seeds in a sealed can. Have you guys ever seen this? Emma Nanny's in the house. Sorry late. Love your greenhouse. Thank you so much. You're never late. We're just chatting today. But I have never seen seeds come in a can like this. And Rusty and his dad last night were saying, I don't know that I'd open that. I don't know that I would, even open that. This is French breakfast radishes. So at Rusty's store, I don't know if they still do or not. If you're in here, Rusty, you can correct me or not. But they sell bulk seeds. Emma Never Late, we are touring the greenhouse. Yes. But look at all these radish seeds. I'm so excited to get started on radishes too. We need to hurry up and get our raised beds built and filled, because I'm chomping at the bit. I've already started planting some starts. But anyway, they used to sell bulk seeds where you could go out and scoop it and buy it in the weight, like per weight. So I've got tons of these. I've got some yellow crooked neck squash. This was all from their bulk bins. Like I said, I don't know, but we're sure going to try it, right? Clemson's spineless okra. This was from their bulk bin also, but we also have, these are okra long pod seeds. So getting ready for the future cooking endeavors. Good idea for planning. Yes. So that was my whole thing. I wanted to bring you guys to one of my most favorite grocery stores in the greenhouse. Oh, guys, I kicked you. I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Did I get your shin? Did I get your toe? I'm sorry. So, pumpkins. These are Connecticut Field pumpkins. You guys, you're going to see on the next video on Robertson's Belly Acres where Rusty and I are clearing the spot, and Desi. Very true, Mr. and Mrs. Walter Jove Jr. Yes. We are clearing the acreage that we're going to use for eventually it's going to be used for the orchard. So this year the plan is to get the garden up and going this year, and we can always add to the garden every year. Next year's big endeavor is getting the orchard planted. We'll be doing that this fall, hopefully, God willing. When the creek don't rise, we're going to do it. And but for this year, we're going to use that area out there for watermelons, cantaloupe, kind of the vining type plants. And there's plenty of room there that we can spread them out and just have different patches. So we're super excited about that. And we've got plenty of pumpkins, you guys. And pumpkins are amazing for your animals. How many types of peppers are you going to plant? I'm planting jalapenos, serranos, poblanos, Anaheim, Thai, bell, sweet, like the little sweet peppers. And I think we've got some habanero, but I'm not sure. We're not real big on habanero, but we can sell those at the farmers market. So 8-ish. Oh, I might have some Hungarian. I like the Hungarian wax peppers too, or the banana peppers to pickle those. So I'm going to say anywhere from 8 to 10 varieties. Oh, and then our tulipikins. So yeah, 8 to 10 varieties. Oops, wrong channel, no kitchen. Haha, good morning. Good morning. We are not in the kitchen. We are in the grocery store. So this is the future of the kitchen, right? So This is where we've got stuff planted. We are in the greenhouse. We have tons of starts. Check it out. We've already got starts going for our tomatoes and our peppers because they take the longest to sprout and the longest to get big enough to be safe to put out in the garden. You guys, we have, let's see, bush bean, top crop bush beans. I am going to be chili beans. That's serious heat. Yes. So she brought me some a few years ago from Texas, and then we've just been growing them since. Gotta have the groceries to cook. That's right. uh, let's see. I am going to grow some pinto beans as well. I do want to grow pinto beans. Oh, let me finish getting the ones from up here. These are honeydew melons. Sweet sounds like a plan between the onions and tomatoes too, loaded in salsa ingredients. So onions, tomatoes, peppers, tomatillos, cilantro. Yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. I need to, 1968 is in the house. I need to get my garlic planted late next year. So, like in the fall. So then that way I can have garlic for next year. Yes. So, honeydews, you guys, tons of seeds, right? I don't even know what all I'm planting. Rachel, could you possibly list the peppers you're planting on the community? I'd like to check these out. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Shiloh Acres. Squash, this is straight neck yellow squash. So I do have crooked neck and straight neck squash. Let's see. These are the ones that Desi brought from school. I just thought it was so cool that she brought me some. She brought me some evergreen onions. She brought me some cucumbers, and she brought me some peas. Yes, absolutely. And then let's see. I just got a lot. I was just going to show you guys what all I've got. This is more of the Rocky Ford cantaloupes. There's crimson sweet watermelons, you guys. Here's some more peas. Y'all need some peas. This is from the bulk bins. And then I planted some of this and it came up as you guys saw, but this is the lettuce, black seeded lettuce. So, yeah, that's exciting. I want to get some planted out here. Morning, Heather. Heather is in the house. I did. Rusty said, you have all these seeds. Well, he didn't say it, but I was like, I'm still going to buy some more because it's not everything I need. So, or want. Spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash. You guys, I have always bought patty pan squash. So it's the scallop squash. This is Peter Pan squash. Have you guys ever heard of it? Mom, Sandy, if y'all are still in here, have y'all ever heard of Peter Pan squash? So it's a lot like the patty pans, which are white and flat like a platter. I always planted the jalapenos, the full U jalapenos, because I don't eat the hot ones, but now I can eat the hot ones. Yay! That's good. So they do have the full U jalapenos, or they're the nadapinos. Yeah. But yeah, they're like the platters, but these, because they're Peter Pans, they're not patty pans. They're kind of wonky. But, but that's cool. I had never heard of them. So I got some sunflowers, of course. I got what Rusty, yes, Peter Pan squash is my favorite, and flavor squash. Cool, Carla. So I'd always bought patty pan squash, which are the white ones, the little saucers with the little, but the Peter Pan, they look like they grow like saucers too. Rusty calls these, we have never heard of that kind of squash. Huh. So the patty pan, that's my sissy, says they haven't ever heard of them. The patty pan, I like to take those because it's a harder squash. It's a very thick skin squash, which I'm assuming the Peter Pan is as well. Okay, so this is controversial, but I like to pickle them. I like to pickle them. I cut them in spears, and I make bread and butter pickles with them, and I make dill pickles with them because of the hard skin, like the thick skin. They're very crunchy. They hold up so much better than cucumbers, also known as flower squash. Lots of names for it. Cool. That is awesome, Carla. So I'm so excited to try it. I love pickles. Yes. And man, those patty pan squash that are pickled like the bread and butter pickles never last on my shelf. Ever, ever, ever. Like, my siblings love them. I've given them to my brothers. They're like, oh my gosh, these are so good. So they never last on my shelf. So I'm super excited. I may have to go get more just so that way I make sure I have plenty. Rusty calls these my asylum, my asylum flowers. So I've got a plan for my alyssums because these are good pollinators and they draw pollinators in. They're just really good. I got some dahlias. I am going to plant flowers out there. So my original love was flowers. Pickles don't last in our house either. Isn't it funny? Just gone. Like the cucumbers, they've lasted, they last a little bit longer than those, than the squash pickles. So, which that's kind of controversial, you guys. They say you're not supposed to, can the squash, water bath can the squash, or pickle them and water bath can them. But as long as you're bringing that acidity up, that I mean, you're okay. Do you pickle okra? Yes. And you guys, how about herbs? How about an herb garden, Rachel? Yes, I am going to put it in an herb garden. I want to take everything that I have in these tubs and put them in that foundation in the yard as an herb garden. I also want to have a medicinal herb garden. Do you pickle okra? Yes. And I found you need to plant some asparagus. I have found some when they fry okra. You know how you cut it in the little medallions and then you bread them. So I've always done that on large scale. So if I'm going to be breading them, I go ahead and blanch them, freeze them, or blanch them, bread them, freeze them flat, and then I just throw them in a bag, and then I always have them to just pull out. I don't have to bread them every time. But there was a restaurant that we went to, and they were breading and frying whole okra. And it's like you dip it. It's so cool. I don't know why I never thought of that, but I started frying my okra that way. And it is so much easier, for one, easier to dip it in ranch or something, and people love them. So definitely the way I'm going to do that from now on. So asparagus, Sheila, yes. My friend, this is funny. My friend Michelle gave me some asparagus. We were at her house helping her butcher chickens. And she said, oh, they had to go get a part for their scalder. And so meanwhile, Rusty, Michelle and I, we started cleaning up her garden, and she pulled some asparagus and gave it to me. And I put it in a water bottle and I brought it home, and I never did plant it outside. And that sucker grew and grew, and it just like took over my sink area, and then it broke. But she said she's got plenty more for me. So asparagus is perennial. It comes back every year. Uh, let's see. I hope the mailman's there. You need to plant some asparagus. Trish, I love pickled okra. Yes, me too. Yes, fresh asparagus is so sweet. Oh, it's kind of like fresh spinach. I can never get enough of fresh spinach for sure. It's the mailman. Let's see. Yes, freshest. Oh, let's see. We do too, Jovita. We fight over it. Sheila says that's how I do my okra. Bread them and freeze. Yes, definitely. James says as long as it's not slimy, right? So okra does have that, thing about it that it can get really slimy. Make video frying a whole okra. Yeah, I definitely will. Cool idea for okra. Yes, yes. James, right? Yeah, the Shiloh Acre says, we're not allowed to have a garden here. We live right now, mobile home park. However, that doesn't stop us. Laugh out loud. I use planter boxes and help my mom with hers. Absolutely. Yes, you can plant in anything. So I planted last year. The only garden I had was in these lick tubs. So I thought any dense vegetable was good for pickling. Yeah, I think so. My bonus daughter also wants to start a garden, which I'm excited to help her with it. That's so exciting. That is so awesome. Lick tubs, right? Yep. I've seen people grilling okra. Yes. So you can. I live in a small trailer park. We can have a garden. Oh, well, that's good, Neil. So the other thing that people kind of look as byproduct or that you can eat is well, a lot of things. You can eat the leaves from broccoli. Trish, I grill okra. You can eat, let's see, like the blooms off of squash. You can have squash blossom. So I've made a couple of videos. They would be on that playlist from Robertson's Belly Acres called In the Kitchen. I've made squash blossom soup, and I've made stuffed fried squash blossom. So good, so good. Container gardens work well for apartments and mobile home parks. Absolutely, yes. So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law lived in an apartment upstairs, and they had a little garden area. They grew so much stuff in those containers, so it works. I have some basil, which I love basil, guys. I'll have to show you guys my plans. I got more basil. I got chamomile. Beth got seeds from the vineyard chicks. Cool, that's so awesome. Radishes don't last here either. An early spring, they're picked and eaten right away. Radishes in early spring are so incredibly sweet, and I don't like radishes, but I love early spring radishes. I finally found mammoth sunflowers. So I grew these at the old farm. Okay, so there's a difference. Giant sunflowers. I'm coming to your house, Jovita, after I go to Rusty and Rachel's. Absolutely, Trish, you come on over. Giant sunflowers are the ones that get really huge, but the heads, it just puts on a whole bunch of smaller heads. Mammoth sunflowers put off one massive head. And it is so cool. And I found some, and I'm so excited. I don't know where I'm going to plant them yet. Before I get into the rest of these, because I feel like we're already 41 minutes in. I don't even know. Oh, I've got tons of, like these are Danver carrots. I wanted to show you guys, okay, listen, they're my rudimentary drawing because I am not the artist of the family. Let's see. Neil, yeah, they gave us an excuse that it's attracting too many unwanted animals here. Laugh out loud. I'm lucky because our lot backs up against the woods, so my neighbor and I can hide a lot. That's it. Good job. I have sunflower seeds to plant. Yay, Neil, that's so awesome. I love sunflowers. It feeds my chickens. You can cook them, I guess, not really cook them, but dry them, and you can make them into snacks. So it's really awesome. So I've got some plans here that I picked up from online, and some of them are just mine, like trying to think about what repels and what. So if you want to repel, thank you, Jovita, for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Jovita. My Mexican's hanging out. I'm seeing all these peppers and tomatoes, and to repel pests. If you want to plant something to repel pests with your tomatoes, our lot also backs up to the woods. Also, that's so awesome because you can look out and not have to see other trailers or, other people's stuff. You're welcome. If you want to, you can plant garlic, chives, onions, asparagus, borage, and cilantro with tomatoes to shank jewelry for cherry. Listen, 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 Linda. So those are good. With potatoes, they say to plant catnip with potatoes because that repels the bugs that are attracted to potatoes. But I don't then are the cats all going to come and just hang out like little, potheads? You'll look out, the cats are going to be like, whoa, dude. And then they're going to break all my potatoes. Listen, Winda. Óyeme, my English is not so good. So it's not so good looking. Óyeme, my English is not so good looking. Anyway, there's all kinds of cool things. So then I took these plans. Attracts cats. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you're going to have all these little pothead cats just like, whoa, in your potatoes. So, so I've got a 4x8 by 22. And this one I want to plant a whole bunch of things in there. So I want to do, this one is going to be my three sisters. So I do want to plant a three sisters. Let the cat trip out, man. They would be tripping out. They'd be all like rubbing through the plants. Johnny Cat would have all his buddies over here. It would just be a mess. He's already a freeloader. I don't need all his freeloader friends, Who let the cats out? Neil Yelwin, we had to move here from our 2 acres after the house burnt. That was my draw to this lot. Yes, pitching tents in the yard. I know, right? I'd have tons of freeloaders. Okay, so the Three Sisters, if you guys have never heard of that, which I'm sure you guys have, but is you plant corn, pole beans, and squash together. So the theory is you plant the corn, and then about 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, you plant the beans. So when the corn starts to come up, then you plant the beans, and then next to the corn, and then you plant your squash. So the theory is the corn grows up, creates a trellis for your beans. So your beans grow up the corn thrives, the beans thrive. Oh, okay, Shelly, yes. And then it creates shade for your squash. So your squash is in direct sun all the time. It kind of gets that shade that it needs. And so they all, oh, and they repel different kinds of pests for each other. I love the visual, Rachel, right? And so that becomes how they cohesively live, right? So Three Sisters is a Native American thing that has been used for, forever, for generations. So I do want to do 2 beds with the Three Sisters. Rachel, are you going to be at the Arkansas meetup in May? I am planning on being at the Arkansas meetup in May. I'm so excited. So we will be going to Tin Killer in April, and then to Arkansas in May. I'm a visual learner, right? And then I found a pickling garden, right? So you put your trellises up, and then you plant pickling cucumbers along the trellises so they can grow up. And then you plant on one side of the back of the bed, you plant garlic, which you can't do that until fall. But you can plant garlic, and then you plant dill, and you have a whole pickling garden. So I thought that was really cool. And the dill it's a big dill, it will retract, or not retract, but what am I trying to say? My English is not so good looking right now. It will, God, what is that word that I'm looking for, y'all? Hey, what's the deal? The deal is that I can't remember the word in English. Yeah. So anyway, repel. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Good Lord. This is why I need Rusty here, right? It will repel the bad stuff, the bad bugs. What's the temperature outside compared to inside? So right now we are sitting at 80 degrees, which I have the door and the window open in here. So we're sitting at 80 degrees in here. I'm not sure what the temperature is outside. I would have to get out, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to get out because I probably can't get back in. Let's see. Climb, yes. I always thought corn had to be planted in a square for a cross germination to produce fruit. Huh. Nope. I think you can do it in a row. I use dill or just about everything I make, right? So it's so good to have a lot. Good job, Rachel. That's awesome. Yes. Really good in tuna. Yes. So then I have a tomato basil garden that I want to do. So these are all my raised beds, right? I have to have raised beds out here because we are on a rock pile. There's no way that we can plow the ground. The rocks, you guys, are massive. We are literally on the rock quarry is a quarter of a mile up the road. So we're on a rock pile. So we have to do everything in beds. But so this one, you do like a trellis, and then you go basil. You do a trellis, and you plant your tomatoes along the trellis, and then you do basil, and then you do my asylum, alyssum around that. Yeah, your area has a lot of clay. Yes. So it's going to be so much easier. Christy Betts is in the greenhouse. But anyway, I have several plans I've got broccoli, lettuce, and peas one also. I can't wait to see this garden. Oh, I can't wait to see this greenhouse rock with vegetables. I know, I'm so excited. That's why I was so excited when I came out and I saw that I have lettuce coming up, and I'm just like, that's so awesome. Seriously, if anybody wants any seeds, just let me know. Like I said, I don't know how well they'll germinate, but some of the stuff I have already planted and it has germinated. Crimson sweet watermelon. I have like a ton of these. Um, let's see. Martha Skipper's in the greenhouse. I like the idea of different gardens. Yes, me too. You're doing a fine job, Rachel. Thank you so much. Because you know what? My brain, woo! Do you like wilt? So, are you talking about like wilted, like maybe wilted lettuce or wilted greens? Let's see. Jovita says, Rachel, can they email you if they want seeds? Yes. So email me at rba101219 at gmail.com. That's on our about as well. Or you can message me at Facebook, Robertson's Belly Acres on Facebook or Instagram. So we're on Instagram and Facebook, and we do have a Gmail, so you guys can send me your address, and I will mail you some seeds. Let me know what you want. I've got tons of everything. I've got tons of green beans, you guys. When I say tons, okay, here's some more carrots. These are the red carrots, the red core Chanteray carrots. I've got corn too. They have the coating on them. So I don't know anything about that, but let's see some ideas. Oh, hi, Armida. Okay, Armida has our ideas. Let's listen to what Armida has. Let's see. A water gun in the greenhouse for when Johnny Cat gets into plants. He gets a squirt and grow extra food for pigs. New name for greenhouse, Belly Acres Produce. Yes, that's so awesome. I love that. So I do have my water gun hanging from that bar up there on the top. Or my water hose, and it has a water gun on it. But, I probably don't want to like shoot him with that, right? Yes, and the pigs will get all the byproduct. So like corn, the corn stalks, they're going to get all the byproduct. They're going to get so much. Them and the chickens are going to just love it. Yes, lettuce, green onions, radishes, pour hot oil over it and eat it. What? That's so cool. I'm going to have to try it, Sheila. Get with Rachel, y'all, for all kinds of seeds. Yes. James says, I noticed the nervous playing with your hair. You're doing great. Oh, I'm just like, man, my hair is like, I don't know. I've got some crazy stuff going on. Trish says, I would love to have seeds, but not until I know my final destination. I get that also. Jovita says, Armida, that was awesome. Yes, Armida always has great ideas. Shallow says, super soaker. Hey, if you guys watched, let's see, when we went to Tin Killer last year, it's not about the hair, Rachel, focus. I have a funny story about that, but I better not tell it. Mom will be like, Rachel, don't tell that story. Anyway, we took super soakers. We were working the event, and we were in golf carts, and we were supposed to be roving reporters. And Rusty had this great idea. Let's take super soakers. And we were just like shooting everybody with super soaker. It was, well, I say we, it wasn't me. I wasn't. I just, I was recording it. No digas nada, Rachel. I know Mom's over there like be quiet. It was more funny I don't know. So you guys look, these are Rusty's peanuts. Yep, I remember. He grew these peanuts like 2 years ago, and he kept them for crop. So he's going to replant the peanuts, which we got to get those in the ground here pretty soon because they take forever to grow, forever. We're almost out of time, but I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff. Mom is laughing. Does she want me to tell the story? Because I can. Let's see. Cucumber. These are pickling cucumbers. What did Rusty say? I can't wait to plant peanuts again. What did you say, Russell? Yeah. I love you, Mama. Oh, Jovita says, I love you, Mama. What's the temperature outside, my love? Can you tell me what it is? Uh, let's see. Y'all, hold on. Let me get to the beans, okay? Let me get to the three. Look, more peas. She says she don't care. Okay. So we were getting ready to shoot a video, okay? And I'm like, all these other content creators, Rusty said you just sprayed too. What? Okay. I'm like, all these other content creators, they get, oh, Frog says, love you too, Jovita. Okay. All these other content creators, they do their makeup and they do their hair. And I'm just so terrible. I'm always like with my hair up and a thing and, just whatever. And and Mom says, we were fixing to shoot a video. We were sitting in the kitchen fixing to shoot a video. And I said, I just got to do better about that. But it's 60. It's 60 outside and it's almost 80 in here with the door and window open. God, I would be in a sauna if not. But anyway, so Mom was like, I said, but I just, whatever. It is what it is. This is who I am. And Mama said, okay, I'm going to cuss. And Mama does cuss. Here's just the little insight. Sweet little lady. You're just real, right? Right. So Mama goes, Frog Mama is so sweet and lovable. She's got so many people that think the world of her. Yes. So Mama looks at me and she said, nobody's got time for that shit. And I started laughing. I'm like, you're right. So she's sitting over here off camera. So I'm fixing to shoot the camera. So I start to to shoot the video, and I start to turn the camera so that way she can be in it as well. So I'm not just talking to dead air. And she goes, oh, I haven't combed my hair. And I died. I looked at her and I said, nobody's got time for that shit, Mom. It was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah. So when it's me, it's nobody's got time for that. When it's you, oh wait, I gotta go fix my hair. Oh, that's awesome. Es verdad, nadie tiene tiempo para eso. Por favor. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. Gotta love honest mamas. I know. I love her so much. She keeps me straight, dude. Okay, we're about out of time. We're at 57 minutes. Let me show you guys all these beans. Like, okay. Kentucky Wonders. Rachel, 2 minutes. Yes. Bush bean. Top crop. These are big bags, guys. Bush bean. Top crop. Mama's laughing hard. I just treasure her, Mom. What a blessing to so many. I know. She is so awesome. I love her so much. Bush bean, top crop. Bush bean, top crop. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And please continue to support the channel. Thank you, Jovita. Oh! Well, we're planting zucchini. All in the greenhouse. I didn't know that one was open. Kentucky Wonder. Oh, man, I've got Kentucky Wonder. That's one big tote of those seeds are coming. I know. Kentucky Wonder. Seriously, if you guys need seeds, don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. Thank you. She is an amazing lady. We all love her. Yes, we do. She keeps us all on the straight and narrow. That's for sure, huh, sissy? And this one is stringless bean, stringless green pod. Look at that. That is huge. Thank you, James. Okay, let's see. Big old thing of corn. Yeah, the people from Kentucky, boop, boop, boop. People from Kentucky are wondering where their seeds are. Amita. Sandy says, yep. Oh, Mr. Walter Job Jr. says, hello, Mama. Shallow says, that's what was great about this channel. And people here, we could chat all day and anything and everything, right? You're welcome, Rusty. Love y'all. All right, you guys. I know it wasn't a normal in the kitchen live, but I did want to bring you guys out here and kind of show you. Oh, before we go, I want to show you guys this first great show. I'm asking for prayers. Was diagnosed with kidney cancer yesterday. Don't mean to be a downer, but oh, Katie, I'm so sorry. We are praying for you, definitely. I'm so sorry to hear that. I want to show you guys real quick. Check out this planter. So it's, please define normal. Yes. This planter is 22 and a quarter or 3/4 tall. So it is going to take a lot to fill it, but we're also going to fill it with, we're going to chip up some of that or cut up some of that, put it in the bottom, and then layer it. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. That's pretty much what our planters are going to look like. So they are going to be big and they are going to be tall so that we are not, look, that's our Vanna White right there. Right, not big enough for all those seeds. Well, we're going to have plenty of those. We're going to have several of them, hopefully. Anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out with us. God bless. Now you're growing cats. I know my pussy willows are coming up out there in that little thing. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. See y'all next Saturday. We'll be back in the kitchen, hopefully. So love to y'all. Thanks for coming in.